I learned about something interesting about plants. And that one that they're like a whole system, a whole kingdom. They're they're connected to like the fungal network underneath the ground. And they're a communication tool from the earth to in a sense send it's like a message sender communication tool that affects the environment on the surface when it comes to the weather and probably other things. I haven't dove into this much. It's only just one video that I came across. And this is interesting because I was on a hike the other day and I was looking at trees and I was like, I always looked at trees as like, I understand that they're in the ground and roots go into the ground. But I always viewed them being like on the surface of the earth rather than something that's coming up from the ground as more of like the video that I saw referred to it as an antenna. But another interesting perspective is like hair. But it's like a whole system. It's more than just hair. I mean, you can like feel things when you touch your hair, but plants and trees, it's more like imagine something growing out of your pores in a sense and you can sense with your hair. You could imagine having more like tasting with your hair and smelling, whatever, add a sense to it. And that's kind of what trees and plants are for the earth. And I was just like mind blown. I couldn't put words to it when I was on my hike, but when I came across this video, I was like, oh, that's what I was kind of tapping into with that information and frequency. Something else that's interesting about plants is that they can see with their cells. They sense with their cells. They can tell lights and shadows from seeing and sensing with their cells. And that they are a whole system connected to the earth and the fungal network, the kingdom, plant kingdom, and determine the weather. Isn't that wild? That they determine the weather, I assume in that environment. And it's like, you know what it probably is? If you want to, something to reference to, it's like your body telling you when you're hungry. And it's like, but for plants, it's like, oh, we need water here. Or we need sunlight here. Or whatever.